Yo guys, Rager Gaming here with another video, and holy shit, it's been way too long. Like, it genuinely has been 2 weeks, because obviously I've been away to Spain and stuff, but oh my god. So, basically, I built this new team, and it plays pretty decent. So, and it cost me pretty much like 1.9 to 2 million or something like that, so it's essentially just a squad builder, and depending on if I could be arsed, maybe another video tomorrow or later on tonight. But either way, you'll see the prices, you'll see this. I've played 7 games with the team, and it is actually really, really good. So, well, that was a wee awkward pause. Without further ado, the team.
Don't come in and blame my makeup.
What do you care? Fucking interruptions. Anyway, we have Buffons, Tots, and goals. I mean, like, I'll go through the players individually, right, and I'll try and make this as in-depth as possible. He is very, very, very similar to Tots Lloris in the way that he parries most things. Like, he doesn't really catch a lot of things. Like, if a shot was meant to go into like the bottom left, he'd rather just like, parry it and try and make like a dramatic save. It's probably what most keepers do in this game, but it's just kind of what I've picked up on him. But for 220k, getting a 95 rated keeper with these stats, you really can't complain. So we went with him, and bearing in mind this is just how I play, you could obviously build another team but with the same back four, or just completely do it your way. So it's completely how you want to play the game. But anyway, right back we have 75k for a 90 rated defender in Carvajal. I thought the height would be an issue to start with, and then I realised that because he's got over 90 pace with the anchor card on him, he's actually not too bad, and obviously the physical as well kind of helps. Having said that, Bellerin's pretty much in the same boat as, I don't think he's that small. I don't think he's 5'8". I can't remember, but I don't think he's 5'8". I think he's slightly taller, but at the same time, an amazing card to play with, and he's actually not done anything apart from, the yellow card from the other person, but that's the other person. For me, he's not really done anything much in the terms of really bad performances so far. I mean, we're 7 games in, so there's still time for shit to erupt. Anyway, his partner in defence is Tots Ramos. Holy shit, do I love this card. Again, I'm kind of sceptic about his work rates, but then you pretty much just tell him to sit back, and that's exactly what he does. For 7 games that I've played with him, he is probably one of the most solid defenders in the game, and I could see why a load of people love him. I think his normal card's about 80k or something like that. If you want to go and but I was about to say invest. It's not really investing, but like if you want to go and purchase his normal card, it's about 80k, maybe 85k. The prices are kind of fucked, so you'll see that I bought him for 470, but he could either rise a tiny little bit or fall dramatically. And a lot of people, since I was away on holiday, a lot of people have kind of jump up in price a little, or they've fell by like 150k. So it just bearing that in mind, it's like 1.9 for this team. So if people do rise in price a tiny little bit, then it's pretty much still a 2 mil team, so it's fine. Anyway, beside Ramos, the man himself, Tots Chiellini, for 218k. I mean, he starts off with 99 defending and 98 physical, without any kind of chemistry style. And then you add a shadow to the mix to make him go up to about 90 odd pace. And then he's left footed, so he's in the perfect position on the left hand side. It's pretty much the partnership of dreams in terms of, I mean, Chiellini and Boateng, or Ramos and Boateng wouldn't be a bad shout, but for the sake of the team, Tots Chiellini has been incredible. I've not seen him win a lot of headers, but at the same time, can't take away from the fact that he's just an absolute tank. And again, like Ramos, there's not really been that much to say bad about him. I mean, like, he's just been an all-out tank. That's what you'd expect for a 6'2" monster. So anyway, Tots Chiellini is the left centre back. left back, we've kind of went for a slightly cheaper option. I was expecting to get his man of the match 87 because it's like 300k cheaper than his team of the season. Uh, but we went with his normal card just to kind of save so that we could build better players into the team as we go. So we went with Alexandro again. I think everybody's played with him at least once, and he's just an absolute fucking tank. Like there's nothing else to say. Um, Literally, you could tell him to sit back, you could tell him to get forward, you could leave him on a balanced attack, he'll do both. For the 7 games, he's actually been really, really good. And obviously, people just run down that line because they see Tox Carvajal and they realise that Alexandro's an easier option. And they are mistaken because he is really, really strong, especially with Anchor's chem style. You could probably put Sentinel, but I like to have my left back and my right back on 90 pace at least. So we go into the right central mid. Um, and he's only had 2 assists out of 7 games, but I mean, for 22k getting a normal Iniesta's not too bad. He's not got another special card apart from his team of the year. Uh, I was kind of tempted to put either a catalyst or a hunter on him just to kind of bring everything up to 80 pace, 80 pace and 80 shooting, but kind of thought against it. Put an engine so that his dribbling goes up even more, his passing goes up even more, and his pace probably sits on about 80, maybe 79 in game. But again, I can't really say anything bad about him. He's not as strong as what I'd like, so if somebody does run down that line, I am fully dependent on Carvajal, which isn't a bad thing, I suppose. But for what I use him for as a central mid, he's actually really good. So, you know, a lot of people, I've seen him play Cam in their teams, and I don't know whether that's just to get chemistry initially and then sub out when the game actually starts. But for me, he's a really good player, and I've enjoyed playing with him. It was either him or Biscuits, and I wasn't getting Sergio Biscuits. That's not even a discussion. So anyway, 22k for Iniesta, and beside him in the central centre mid position, we have an absolute tank by the name of Biglia. When the Calcio A was released, he was one of the cards that I looked at as being, oh, he should be about just under 100k in a couple of weeks' time. And he kind of stayed at like 130. And then now, you look at his price, 2 weeks have passed when I was away on holiday, he's down to 78k, probably cheaper. You could probably get him for cheaper. But I'll put the shadow on him just to put his pace up to about 85, maybe more. I know it does between 10 to 12 added on if it's like 3 bars. So like say an architect puts the passing and the physical up by 3 stages. So his passing would go up to 99 because he can't go up to like 100 odds, and his physical would go anywhere between 98 to 99 depending. So I put a shadow on him just to kind of give him that 85 pace. In game he feels a lot like Khedira, except Khedira really does not know how to stay back. He pushes on forward more than anybody I've seen. So I went with 78k Biglia, and again, can't grumble at him. 7 games, and it's just been awesome to play with somebody like that, especially that passing. He's got pretty much everything that you need. If you want to put his shooting up, then feel free, but because of the next player, I've not put his shooting up because I don't think he needs to. Plus, he normally sits back for me as well. So we go with Tots Biglia in the central centre mid position, and beside him we have Ivan Rakitic. No, we don't. Perisic. Fuck. I knew I would get something fucked up. You know what the funny thing is, right? In my head, I'm looking at it, I'm like, Ivan, I've done it right. I've got something right. Boom. And then it comes to Rakitic. Where the fuck does Rakitic come from? I mean, he has like the IC at the end of his name, but that's about it, and he's the same country and shit, but that's... Alright, I've been away for 2 weeks. Give me some fucking piece of... It's just... It's going to happen. It is going to happen. But anyway, looking at his card, I mean, he has an 88 rated left mid, but obviously if I'm going to be using him for central mid purposes, this is the highest rated central attacking mid / centre mid card that you can have. So stat wise, I mean, you could see for yourself there's not anything he can't do, and obviously with the chem style being a maestro, it puts his passing, dribbling and shooting up. His pace for a centre mid is fine, physical is fine for a 6'1" player. I mean, you can see his stats for himself, and the fact that he scored 3 goals. Was that in the same game? I don't think it was. Not that that would matter, obviously. I think it was like two in one game, and they were both from his weak foot. And then another game, I think. Oh, the other game was a finesse, hit the bar, and hit into the bottom corner, and like top spinned kind of thing. So like it just kind of sat in that bottom corner, and then he just went away. But anyway, regardless, amazing player to play with. I was tempted on getting him from Bonaventura until I realised that one, Perisic was only 120k more, and two, his stats are fucking incredible. He plays so well in central mid, so I just kind of had to get him. Really, that's about the size of that. Now the front three is really where it starts to get like over amazing because like one, they all have pace, two, they could all shoot, and three, they could all pass. That's literally, and they've all got 4-star skill, which really helps. So right forward, we have the Messiah himself. I've tried not to use like the Ronaldos, the Bales, the Neymars, the Messis, the Suarez's, uh, but I could not help myself. I really, really wanted to play with Messi this year in terms of just in like a different team, like tried to hybrid in. And again, you can see by the 4 goals, 4 assists in 7 games, he's done like if you break that down, right? This is how I always break down as to how like people have been for teams. He's had 7 games in total with the 4 goals, 4 assists. He's had 8 things. I just call them things. He has 8 things in terms of what he's done. That's essentially 1.0 something things per game that he's done that he's contributed to in terms of the scoreline. So, and 400k for a 93 rated, I mean, you don't have to tell me twice. So, we went with Messi, and he's not disappointed again. The team itself plays amazing. Left, is it going to show me left forward first or striker if I press R2? Left forward. Balde-Dio, or Balde-Diao, or whatever you want to call him. Work rate's phenomenal. Height, perfect, especially with that physical. Put his physical up even more with a finisher card. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill. As you can see, he's done 7 things in 7 games to contribute to the scoreline, and for 230k, somebody with stats like that really can't go wrong on your team. And that's probably the quickest analysis I've done of any player on the team so far, and it's at the very end. But anyway, striker, we were hoping, a little bit of a backstory, I was hoping, and I say we, I was hoping to get his tots. The player that I'm about to show you. Really wanted to get his tots. I settled for his highest rated inform because of the fact that one, it was under 100k, and two, you're looking at amazing stats regardless. Like in-game stats are phenomenal for him. We went with 87 Alejandro Gomez. People really don't like using this card in terms of the fact that he's 5'5" and he gets bullied like fuck. To an extent, that is true. Like the amount of times that I've came up against, I mean, I came up against Tots Koulibaly last night, and like Tots Koulibaly is like, oh, just any Koulibaly is like 6'5" compared to 5'5". There was no danger he was winning a header. So we kind of used him for pace. I put a finisher on him just to see if his physical would go up. I think his physical right now is sitting on about 85. You know, if there's like Tots Aspilicueta or something like that, someone that's a little bit smaller, but in the central, I was about to say central back, it would just be centre back, that just sounds weird. If there's somebody like that that's a little bit smaller in centre back position, he's able to kind of just like outmuscle him the tiniest little bit, and with a 4-star, you cannot go wrong. I love this year how the fact that some left wings and right wings have changed into striker. Like you've got Martial, I've loved using his card. Turns from a left wing into a striker, and he's an absolute, just, I was about to say tank, but I don't think that signifies like how good he is. But then we have Gomez with 94 pace and 92 dribbling, 89 passing, playing as a striker, because you know you might have either Messi or Balde Diao. I'll just say Deo, it's just easier. You might have them on the overlap, and then you need decent passing to actually get the over the top through ball, or the through ball itself along the ground to them. So 89 passing helps that, and obviously with 86 shooting is not the best, but with a finisher card, that pretty much puts it up to anywhere about 90. I'd probably say about 96 onwards, from 96 to 98 ish. So again, you're not missing out at all with his shooting. Driven shots are amazing, and for 85.5k, he's had 4 goals and 5 assists in 7 games. So he's well on his way to getting a really, really good goal scoring and assisting record for the club. So essentially, that is the team, and as you can see, everybody's on full chem. It's kind of annoying that Messi's on 9, but only because I couldn't get like a hybrid of a Spanish and Argentinian manager that was also playing in the Calcio way, or manager in the Calcio way. But yeah, there is many ways that you could go about it. If you don't want Gomez, you could easily have either Higuain, you could have his Tots if you like playing with him, you could have Dybala, you could have Suarez if you want. If you want to launch a cheeky wee Suarez in there, he's still vide-O does not need any more chem. Messi does not need any more chem. So it's worthwhile. Or if you just want to play with Tots Icardi, if you've got like an untradeable Icardi, or if you've got him for your monthlies, then it's all worth doing. But that team roughly comes to about 1.9 to 2 million. So if anybody does have any teams they would like to show me, I do have my Twitter, which is the exact same. It's literally just an @ sign and then Rager Gaming, all in the one word. Spelt the same as the YouTube, you just kind of have to like clump them together. So I pretty much respond to everybody on Twitter, like, and by pretty much I mean that I do. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, if I'm busy. Every single time somebody will message me in a comment or mention me in a reply, I normally get back to them within about half an hour-ish. If you want to get through any of your teams and have them showcased, and or just show me in general to see what I think of them, then my Twitter will be there. But as for the video, if you like, comment, subscribe, that kind of thing, turn notifications on if you want to see more squad builders and or foot champs and or just any other game in general. Yeah, so you can turn on notifications for that. And other than that, I think I've been through everything. Yeah, wait, like, subscribe. I need a checklist, I really do. Anyway, I will see you in the next video.